the Reddit thing is continuing. In other news, a bunch of subreddits set themselves to not safe for work friendly and loosened their not safe for work guidelines around sexual content. This was to supposedly reduce Reddit's ability to target ads at the users in these subreddits and monetize those users. In an apparent crackdown, a number of monitors from subreddits that recently set to not safe for work were removed and locked out of their accounts. Several forums with over 1 million members are now completely unmoderated. Reddit has refused to comment beyond saying that it is not acceptable for moderators to falsely label content as NSFW or encourage NSFW content in previously safe for work spaces.
This next point is my favorite one.
Meanwhile, other subreddits, such as r/political humor, have voted to make all members moderators in response to Reddit CEO Steve Huffman calling moderators landed gentry that ignore the desires of rank and file users.
They just make everyone. Oh, that's amazing.
And when everyone's a monitor, and when everyone's a moderator, no one will be.
No, it's pronounced Zine, Linus.
Hi, DLL Sloth here. I used to moderate a lot of subreddits, but recently Reddit has started threatening to remove us over the protest. What would you do as Reddit CEO?
So I curated this one because I think it's interesting because there's kind of two ways to read it. It's like, what would you do if you were Reddit CEO?
Yeah.
Or what would you do better if you were actually him?
It's tough. See, I don't have access to Reddit's books
and stuff. Yeah.
I have no idea how deep in the Reddit they are.
We talked last week kind of about this, right? Like it's very likely that they had to do something like this, but I think they didn't know their audience very well.
Yeah.
They should have used their audience a little bit better.
What they should have done was appealed to their audience.
Exactly.
And said, look, here's the situation. If we want Reddit to survive in the form that it is now, which
you guys want to be able to access all the stuff you're currently
allegedly
doing.
Then here's what we have to do. And while we understand that the particular API call load of these custom apps is not actually costing this amount exactly, there's a huge opportunity cost to them that we have to make up in order for us to go IPO
or
so
something.
That we can.
I don't know.
See, that's where it kind of falls apart because the problem is that the whole motivation for it is to go IPO, and the whole reason that you go IPO is to cash out. So they were never going to really be able to appeal to the users, which I guess is why they decided to just take a more adversarial approach. I'm not really sure.
The confusing thing to me is the Reddit CEO has done an extremely bad job of being an adversary. Why is he losing so hard? This is what I don't get.
Yeah, he has the biggest megaphone and on the tallest
and just
podium.
Doesn't do it. Like all these subreddits going not safe for work and stuff. Why are you even letting them do that? If you're trying to be big adversary guy, you're just like, it feels like he's motivated to look the worst he could possibly look and just sit in that space for as long as possible.
Yeah, it's kind of a funny thing, right? Because it's not like, okay, I could see the Reddit community behaving kind of like a Hydra, Oh
yeah.
You chop off one head and it just they're shockingly coordinated. But a big part of how they coordinate is through Reddit. So I could see the evolution just kind of their rebellion happening so fast that Reddit would have no way to respond. But it's not.
No.
It's pretty slow,
It's happening so slowly because his reactions are so junk and slow. It's just weird. I don't know. Like, I don't want people to think I'm on Spez's side because I'm absolutely not. But it's been just hilarious to watch because I'm like, oh, so the Reddit moderators or people or whatever are doing this now. I wonder what Spez is going to do about it. And then just crickets for so long. It's like, man, if he wants to be like, no, this is our platform, we run it our way. And then he's going to go around and remove certain moderators from certain subreddits and reopen certain subreddits and force not safe for work certain subreddits, but doesn't do it with all of them. And there's no real logical pattern to how he's approaching any of this. It's just like, what are you doing? Oh man, I don't know. The whole thing is just so weird. So weird.
Hot take. The fact that you have a lot of money does not necessarily mean you are very smart.
Yeah, I think this, he's probably, I don't know. Yeah. I got to stay away from like defamation, but things that could get me there. Think that.
Moving on.